All right then, welcome everybody to an exciting stream, an exciting day today because we have an expansion. An expansion I've been looking forward to for quite a while, so fingers crossed it's good. I'll be sad if it's not. I mean, I think that with most of the content in the game, I'm excited. I don't really want to blabber on too much. I want to get into it. So let's get into it. Right, we are going to be on Tarvelard because Tarvelard is our sort of end game character. Feyrand being obviously our completionist, but Tarvelard being the one that is most through the content. He's the one we took through the last little bit of content, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, which is I didn't do any gear obtaining because I had the thought of I'm putting all this effort into getting gear, which is like better, admittedly, but not massively better, and it's gonna be all for naught because I think very, very quickly I'm gonna get myself better content, better gear. So we have the Song of Waves and Wind. We have already completed chapter 1. I think the easiest way is just to go to after battle Minas Tirith. I'm a little bit worried about Minas Tirith lag. I'm also a little bit worried about just the pure amount of players. I'm actually kind of glad I'm a little bit later because servers actually went up about 40 minutes ago. I'm hoping 40 minutes is enough time for a lot of people to kind of get a little bit through, because what we had an issue with the Song of Waves and Wind chapter 1 is killing those rats or whatever. It took forever. So we completed the Song of Waves and Wind chapter 1 in a previous video. It's also really weird seeing myself at 0 experience, but we are going to be completing hopefully, I don't know if we'll get all 7 done today, but I'm also going to be hopefully streaming tomorrow as well, and we can maybe make a little bit of progress. So we get some renewal of Gondor rep, which is nice. I feel bad for the people that grinded that out beforehand because here we are. And we got legendary experience because that's fine. In fact, I have 6 days and I'm nowhere near where I need to be. I'm less than halfway. Oops. Marks of renewal, which I think we have a couple of, virtue experience, and we also get some armor, which yeah, more well, I don't know how I feel about that because of essences, right? But physical mastery is damage, so we're getting less health but more damage in theory. So I don't quite know. The thing is, we actually got the Delver's armor is pretty decent, so I don't think immediately we're gonna get better stuff. I probably won't go with that. I'm pretty happy where I am, but as we get to like 145, I think we'll be fine. Let me speed up your way upon your way so you can aid them in the utmost day. I wonder if this is just like hey, the content isn't immediately done, this is a way to catch up. Like, this is where you would finish normally. Roughly, I'm pretty sure you finish like outside or talking to Aragorn here, and I can't actually remember exactly where we end. It's like the bodyguard thing at the end, right? That was the last thing we did. And then we also got the King's Steed thing. That was what we were doing. So yeah, we're gonna take it a little bit slower for our first run through, and then hopefully it'll be interesting. I'm excited. I've again not spoiled myself too much. The only thing I've seen is the post that they were doing of like the Kindred of the Coin, is it called? Kindred of the Coffer? Something along those lines. I saw a couple of bits of art which looked pretty cool, but we used to, well,
I too am concerned about the Kindred of the Coins.
That was it, Kindred of the Coins. But whatever power now controls Umbar is beyond the bay. We must first see to the well-being of our people while we still have the time to do so. So that's not our problem for now. Let's worry about that later. Will you attend them and learn of my queen's administrations have eased her sorrow. The hall is to the east. I am really struggling with words today. Hopefully I haven't lost my bearings too much, because again, it's been a little while since we've been in this area. I'm also hoping there aren't too many enemies that we have to defeat and wait for. That's the main thing. Let's grab our horse and I mean, it says just to the east, right? Like, it's fine. but because I'm pretty sure it's up there, but it has no quest rings, no quest markers. So that'll be interesting to work out. I also have reduced awareness. I was going to make a joke. I saw a post today. Let's actually have a look at these first. I saw a post today that was like a bingo for the expansion because, you know, it's like, what's going to happen? And one of them was reduced awareness already. So we're already partway through that. Oh, we've also got quests. Okay, so what I'm going to do and what I generally do for the expansions is just the first time around, I'm going to just do the main content. That's like the main thing. And then we'll maybe come back later and continue on. But for the most part, the focus is just the main epic quest line. The healer is deep in discussion with Lady Evangelos and the Queen.
I was just telling the Lady Evangelos that all clouds will surely pass, even in times of grief.
I don't know how I feel about that voice, but okay. I learned a great deal about healing remedies when I was a child in Imloth Meliu. Yes, I grew up here. Nice. Hopefully, I don't have to go picking flowers. I have done way too much of that around Mordor and North Ithilien, so please don't make me do that again. I'd rather not. Anyway, Ioleth must have seen something in Arwen's expression, for she falls silent. Doesn't even have to say anything, just a look. As if I put an axe in the hand of he who slay my forlong, or cast a torch to set aflame the city walls behind which my brother Dennis Thor perished. I think that's the grief talking. I think you just need to time. How do I rate my anticipation for Umbar compared to previous expansions? I can't fully remember. Like, before the Shadow, I was actually quite excited for because it was also new early game content. But for... is it here? But, like, Gundabad was the last full expansion, right? And I don't think I was as, like, caring... No, I don't dislike dwarves, but I was like, we've had a lot of dwarves. You know, at the time, it's like dwarves, like the last couple of things. And I also wasn't the biggest fan of some aspects of War of Three Peaks. And it was kind of moving on from that. So I think for Umbar, having like a new bit of story, like starting the next bit of content is really exciting. I also really like, and again, I haven't looked too much into it, but from the first chapter that we played, plus the designs I have seen posted on like Twitter and stuff, I really like the design sort of direction for Umbar. So that's definitely something that is nice. But ultimately we'll see by the end of today, tomorrow. It's 7 chapters. We have done 1, obviously, so 6 chapters. So I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get that done today. Anyway, return to the ceramic bowl filled with water to Queen Arwen in the Hall of Lady Evangelos in King's Gondor. So this is supposed to remedy, or she just wants to send us away so that they can just like have a chat, basically. That's maybe what's going on. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take gear and virtue experience for just being told to go away in a kind of nice way. I'll live with it. I won't be massively upset. Just a little bit upset, but not massively upset. You are blameless, and the fault lies with Sauron who wove it, or with the Valar who thought such dreams might be of use to you. Ultimately, just blame it on Sauron. I think that makes sense. It's his fault. Thank you for aiding Queen Arwen in this ritual of elf magic. I appreciate what you've done, and I will not forget it. I am just wanting to say I feel like she is totally lying. I could be totally wrong about this, but I feel like Arwen is just... It's like a placebo. Being like, hey, elf magic will make you feel better. And it then therefore, just like... She feels better, but it's not actually a remedy. I was expecting a little bit like, haha, but maybe she might have overheard. Gotta be careful. All right, where am I going? I am totally lost. I'm pretty sure this was roughly where I was supposed to be. Wait, no, the levitating children. They are my waypoint. So the levitating children were there, which means... Wait, no. The levitating children were a thing when I went and got the water. I think it's this way. This is what happens when you don't give me quest markers. I get very lost because don't get me wrong. I know, like, Ered Luin blindfolded. I can do that. Zone I haven't been to for a while. Struggling. I kind of worked it out. Eventually, I'm here. This is going to be the main thing. Not the main thing, but one of the things that we're really going to struggle with is just the sheer amount of doors. I think it's going to be a problem. Okay, let's grab our jacket. I wonder what the heavy looks like. I'm not as sold. I do like the robes, but it doesn't quite work on the hunter. But yeah, we'll grab this, and then even if I don't equip it as a physical piece of armor, then at least I can put it on and have it as a, you know, as a cosmetic set. I mean, there was a whole thing about, like, petition for someone to leave last time, so kind of the opposite now. We need someone to rise up. So we actually get a we're gonna go to Anok. That's fine. And we also get a ring, which I might have to look at. Obviously we got 140 stuff. Oh, okay, so obviously we were talking about essences earlier. This one says basic essence, so I wonder, is there anything, is it maybe because these are filled that I don't see it? But basic essence, and then maybe we'll have like an advanced essence. I gain a lot of health. I might swap it just because that's a lot of crit, and I don't have a I do not have a essence on that one right now, and I'm not that worried about it. But I guess we'll see. Also, veg experience. I should probably totally double check that I'm actually spec'd. Okay, so once again, I don't actually know if these are quests that we just didn't do. They're quest level 140, so it's not like we can tell too much. Oh, okay, so we have enhancement runes. That's also a really good point, is we can reforge soon. I wonder if we can reforge now already. We can. Okay, is it worth reforging now? I'm probably going to wait till I level up just in case, but I wonder if this is a new quest. But enhancement runes are interesting. Definitely going to have to come back here at some point and just like properly go through everything, like I said. But again, I want to mostly prioritize the epic content today, just for the story, and then, you know, we can come back later and do all this other stuff.
Is that the king?
It is indeed. He's come in to say hi, just so you know he lives. Have we done something wrong? How could you bring one? What could bring one such as he to our little village? Is he here to punish us? Have we not suffered enough? My family attended the royal wedding. So did I. Many a time. Far too many times, honestly. I think about it in my sleep. I did not expect either of them to come to Anok. Is he going to get mud all over his fine clothes? He's been through worse, I can guarantee you. Anyway, so we now need to pick berries from bushes in the southeast of Anok. I actually expected us to get given a quest to get deer, like get meat and stuff, but I'll take it. I will happily. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm going to get, like, from remembering this area, there's a little camp here from what I understand. I think there's one over here of enemies, so I'm expecting to get ambushed somehow, somewhere, but that's fine. It's so weird seeing me not in my normal armor. Okay, until we get more stuff, I'm just gonna go back to this because I'm so used to it, and it's so weird not seeing my character in his cosmetics. Okay, we have 3 out of 4. Where is our 4th berry? Is it there? Oh, is it Eladan?
This was my berry bush. No, it's fine.
It's not your. There's multiple berries. You. Okay, fine. He sounds so disappointed in me. Okay, so he's already slain the deer. But where is he? Or she? Okay. The hunter who brought down this deer steps out from behind the rock.
I borrowed this bow from my brother Ero here. Will you return it to him?
This is a really weird type of fetch quest. I've taken this thing, return it. Not, I've lost this thing, can you find it? I may be queen, but it's more important for the folks of Gondor to see that I can provide for them, as does my husband. We return this bow and quiver to him while I prepare to finish preparing this meat. Cannot speak today. So, unsurprisingly, there is quite a large gaggle of characters, but it luckily hasn't sort of caused any problems yet. And I think as we, you know, get further into time, it's going to spread out a little bit more. So obviously, remembering from last time, like chapter 1, the whole thing of like going through, helping, sort of showing like, hey, I'm here. I'm a person. Like, I'm not just gonna be up in my ivory tower or whatever. The folk of Anok are a little uncomfortable with their king doing such labor. Is not unwelcome. They're just unused to such things. It's not unfair to say. As I said, Aragorn has done much worse than, you know, hammering a couple of nails in. What do we get this time? So we actually get a more rep. That's fine. I'm interested in these. So I have these are Gundabad ones. So comparing, that is pretty much double, right? I don't think there was anything higher than this off the top of my head. So these are minimum 141. Maybe there was a better one than this. I feel like Gundabad was weird with level things. It was very odd. But yeah, hopefully we don't need them, but it'll be nice to have them. But I ask that you journey first to Tumladen and speak with the captain, Captain Imlagir. If he has need of you, do what you can to assist him in my name. When he can assure you that the situation at the refuge is well at hand, then I will see you again at Pelargir. Can we swift travel there? Because I feel like that is a bit of a trek, and if I can swift travel, I would happily take that. No, is the answer. That's a little bit rude. And let me guess, reduced awareness. See, I have that weird thought of, if I weren't streaming this, quite honestly, I'd probably wait a day. Get most people out, you know, because everybody's going to be, like, trying to log in now, which isn't a bad thing. In fact, that's a very good thing. However, in terms of, like, playability, sometimes it's like, oh, reduced awareness. That kind of sucks sometimes. You're less likely to see it. I saw a strange wagon and a strange vial. I am curious. The wagon is abandoned with evidence of recent use. Inside the wagon are scattered vials of green ichor that look eerily similar to you. Is that supposed to say similar or familiar? Because, like, okay, unless I'm reading this wrong, of green ichor that look eerily similar to you, does that mean that means that I'm reading that as eerily similar to me, like physically to me, not familiar? Anyway, maybe I'm just reading that wrong. I kind of want to do this quest. This is the sort of quest that gets my attention. I mean, we've got to go this way anyway. I'll take a little bit of a detour. I'm also really curious on the... I mean, it's 131 enhancement runes, so it's not like it's going to do us a mass amount of good. Isn't that from the Vial of Apothecary? I mean, it's Vial, so I'm guessing they do seem familiar. How did it get distracted? I mean, I say distracted. I am supposed to go to Tumladen up here. Talk to the wagon driver. Okay, this is a relatively easy quest. It's probably going to lead on to more. We can expect that. But some fellow requests a ride in the back of all the way in here. I was happy to oblige, but I noticed the vials he was carrying with him a very pungent, off-putting odor. I questioned him about it, and he got defensive and hit me, tried to steal my wagon. One of the patrols noticed and gave chase, so he grabbed what he could of his quarry and ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm sorry. Indagir. Who is Indagir? I don't... Maybe it's been a while, and I just don't remember. It's got to be a Vial Apothecary thing, right? I will, however, get my Stable Master, because I don't want to forget that. My bad. Cool. Literally the entire reason I went this way. They are from Furak-Zahar. I am gonna struggle with that one. Okay, bow to the dwarf expedition from Furak-Zahar. Hello, guys. I like your gold. I like the green. Green is my used to be my favorite color.
And I trust you speak with the king.
So it's like it's up there. Just not quite up there. Can you assure us the King of Gondor will give us appropriate payment for any work we perform here? The dwarf smiles broadly. I feel just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just set up and it's not actually gonna end badly, but I feel like this is he's gonna be like, see, now you owe me like 20 times actually what you've got. I'm gonna really inflate how much you owe me. I mean, I see the pile of debris. Now I gotta work out what they say about it. Shakes his head and clugs his tongue as he studies the debris. This ain't looking good. I don't know if I can afford it. I am a little bit poor. Only 279 gold. I don't think that can afford the rebuilding of Gondor. Where were you during the war? I mean, it is a fair question. Let me calm you down. Okay, I need to remember. Do we have a Pelargir swift travel? We might, but there's a chance it reset. I actually don't know. It feels like we've lost a few. Or they just maybe weren't available. So Pelargir East Gate. Hi, Eladan and Oliver here. How you doing? Oh my god, there is a lot of people. Okay, I'm going to do the good thing, right? I'm going to say this now. If you're in this situation, especially around festivals, do everybody a favor. Dismount. Because it makes life easier. So now we're going to get our Ethelus Essence. We cannot use it yet, but it's worth having.
Ships that were once the pride of Gondor lie now at the bottom of the
Ooh,
bay,
a dagger.
burned along the coast.
I do like me an offhand. So we'll see. So we can't use it till 141, but I am interested to see how that goes. So less physical mastery, we lose crit, more damage technically, but also we do gain agility, we gain vitality, we lose our crit, we lose our finesse, and we get less physical mastery. I'm not sure if I'm too sold. I think we could do better potentially. Yeah, Umbar is out today.